Hey everybody, it's Derek Christensen from Legion Law. Hope you're having a great day today. Today I'm coming at you from my house actually. One of my family members caught COVID and I was exposed to them, so I may or may not be catching COVID here soon. So knock on wood, it doesn't happen, but we'll see what happens. So at the end of the day, I still need to make these videos. I still want to let you guys know about important things, such as today's topic of why does probate take so stinking long? But before I dive into that, I want to let you know how to reach out to me. You can contact me directly at my email, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can find me at my website, legionlawpllc.com. So that being said, let's dive right into it. My client recently started the probate process. She has gone through the whole song and dance of setting up a time, having the hearing, she got her letters testamentary, and then she found out there are a lot of things to do still. In Texas, thankfully, we have a short probate compared to many other states, but to me it still feels very long. And the reason why it's so long is because there are a lot of different statutory requirements to make sure that you are giving people notice that somebody passed away, and if somebody wants to contest the probate process, then they need to know how and when, and the ability to do so. So at the end of the day, the reason why it takes so long is because it's supposed to. The law purposefully is written such that it is a minimum of 6 months in Texas, but it could very easily spill over in an 18 months long process to get every single thing done. And that's why probate sucks. Among one of many reasons, for sure. So at the end of the day, the process looks a little bit like this. You talk to your attorney, you figure out the specifics of the deceased's assets, what happened, where did they die, how did they die, all that stuff. You figure out all the specifics, you draft an application, then you file an application with the court. The court will say, okay, in 3 months or 3 weeks, we'll have an opening to have a hearing. And you will go before a judge, and you will validate the will, and you'll be able to show them everything, and you'll have to ask a bunch of questions before the judge to validate the content of the will. Once that's done, the judge will sign things, give you a couple of documents, you have to file a couple more documents with the court, and then once you do that, you go home and you have this magical document, I call it, called the letters testamentary. And letters testamentary simply is one document that states, this guy's in charge, listen to this person, because this one person can now transfer the deceased assets into a different account or whatever. So that's great. The hearing happens, you had to wait a couple weeks, that's kind of a bummer, but in Texas there are then 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day statute deadlines that you have to meet as well. So in 30 days you have to post on a newspaper, you have to publish with a newspaper that states, this person passed away, this person's now in charge. Contact the person in charge to resolve debts. So that's within 30 days, and then within 60 days you have to let the court know that you published with the newspaper, and also you now need to send out notices to all the beneficiaries listed in a will. And also you must send out notices to all the secured creditors of the deceased, but not the unsecured creditors if you don't want to. So that's a lot of coordination where the attorney is working with the executor and saying, hey, who owed what to whom? Who is still alive? Do you know where John is? Do you know where the son is located? And there's a lot of information gathering, a lot of work. Then within 90 days of that hearing, you are going to have you're going to have to tell the court, hey, we reached out to the beneficiaries and the creditors, here's proof of that. And also you must then create a compiled document called the inventory and appraisement, what is it called? Inventory, appraisement, and list of claims. We just call it inventory. And the inventory is very comprehensive. It states we had a bank account here, here was the number, here's the address of the bank. We had a house over here, here's its formal legal description found on its deed. And this is the type of deed it was, stuff like that. So it's a lot of work, and it all must be done by those days, otherwise you get in trouble with the court, or you can get sued by creditors or beneficiaries. So it's just a total pain in the butt, and it takes a long time. It takes a lot of information gathering, and it takes a lot of working together with your attorney and gathering information, calling banks. It's just not fun. And again, I'm of the belief that it's just awful that, you know, somebody passed away and you have to deal with all this stuff all of a sudden. It's just terrible. So it is what it is, and that's what probate is. And most people who go through it say, this is awful, I never want to go through this again. So that's why setting up a trust is almost always going to be the option to avoid that. But most people don't set up trusts. Most people create trusts, then they don't transfer things into the trust, and you're stuck. So you're back at probate, and it's going to happen because everybody's going to die. It's just a cold reality of the situation. So either way, if you're looking to avoid probate, if you're looking to navigate probate and make sure it all happens correctly, and if you want to not get sued, and if you want to get documents that say, hey, I can transfer assets who are in the deceased's name, if you want to do anything, really, all that kind of stuff, I can help you out with that. At least here in Texas, I can definitely help out. And again, if you want to reach out to me to figure all that stuff out, my email information is Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, and my website is legionlawpllc.com. So feel free to reach out. Again, it is what it is, and that's probate, and that's why it takes so stinking long. And it's, again, usually a process of about 6 to 18 months of lots of work and a lot of emails with your attorney, a lot of phone calls. So if you want to avoid it, I can help. If not, more power to you. I'll see you on the next side. So see you around, and I hope you guys have a great day.